Back in the 70s, we'd go out boating and I'd jump in the water and I'd come out with the stained bathing suit. Dad, why is this so dirty, this water? And so that's why I started to get a feel for, I wanted to try to figure out what's causing the problems. And so that's really where my passion took off in trying to help the Bay.
I've been in love with the earth since I was a little girl, camping and being connected in a deep way to my surroundings.
This river, this is where I grew up. So this river is very important to me. I grew up 3 streets from here, and all these little waterfalls and rivers further uphill were rivers that I would play in as a kid. I would come down here.
I'm very tied to nature. I have children, and I, try and get them out in nature at every, at every opportunity I can, which is hard in today's day and age with electronics and school and all these other activities.
It's important for us to understand that we are part of our environment. I mean, we are tied to our environment, and our health and well-being is linked to our environment. Clean air and clean water are not just government objectives. They're things we all need to live and be happy.
There are a number of threats. There's all kinds of pollutants that we're putting into the air and water that impact children in the womb and young children especially. There's a much higher prevalence of autism around the world, in fact, and now because of some of these things, or at least the scientists are beginning to make those links.
In the Bay, we have fish health being degraded by different types of contaminants, and that's causing their reproductive systems to be compromised. They have cancerous tumors, and in some cases it's made them more susceptible to disease, and it's caused them to die.
But it's all related to our lifestyles of consuming too much energy and what that, especially fossil fuel energy, and what that does to the environment overall.
So many of the environmental problems that we have today come about because people are seeking from the world that which does not come from the world.
The first thing that we ought to acknowledge is that this is God's creation. It's not ours. We're simply here for a short time to make the world a better place. And that includes reaching out to our neighbors, but it also includes taking care of creation.
And he told us to subdue the earth. Well, he didn't mean to subdue it in a negative way, but he meant to manage the earth, to co-create with the earth, to use the God-given intelligence that we have to bring everything into harmony, because we were given this ability and now we're given this mission to harmonize our way of living with all of God's creatures.
We're not called to dominate the planet. It's a total misreading of Genesis. We're called to use our creative skills to better the planet and to pass it on to future generations.